Alright, welcome to follow the Battle of Sparta, and I'm fighting Rome. This is I haven't done any Let's Plays because, to my opinion, doing Let's Plays from Rome Total War just seems too much of a hassle. Just plainly because it it updates constantly and the mods don't work occasionally and so on, and I don't want to play the vanilla campaign, so I haven't made let's plays because they would be stopped all the time in the middle of the game. I've played a pretty successful campaign on this particular campaign. Successful campaign on campaign. What I'm talking about? A successful play on this particular campaign. I have so far conquered main Italy, Sicily, and Corsica Islands, and now, because of me attacking Syracuse on Sicily, the Athens and Greek that were allied with them decided to go on war against me, and because of that I made a preemptive strike and launched an army against the Sparta. And this is my second legion here. This is usually my first and second legions, and maybe third are my elite legions that I use on campaigns a lot, so they get very tough, into being very tough guys. And the mod is divide et impera, so that's why the units look like they do. And I also have the divided impera sort of a DLC package where there's these early Roman units, although these are not them anymore. I have developed my army towards better Roman army. But still, this is an imperial army. Nevertheless, this is not a no, this is a republic army, not the imperial one. So, without further ado, let's go to the battle. The overall plan in this step is to get to know what lies beneath uh, uh, after this hill over there. I don't see yet over there, so I'm gonna send these cavalry units to scout.
Riders, advance!
It's in real campaign it was not foggy like this. I waited it to be clear. It was foggy first, so that's why it's probably now foggy. But the javelins and things are not should not be affected by fog because in this battle, because it was not so foggy in real time. Okay, so here we see the enemy army finally. My scouting came with an answer, and the enemy army is over there making ready. And as I now see that the enemy army is really not moving, I give these guys an order to walk into the positions instead of running, to spare them from being tired too early. There's some troop management over here, so I'm gonna speed it a little bit. I try to get the legions into the best possible position. And the enemy army has decided to defend itself over here, and it's not actually a bad position to defend themselves. There's a steep hill over here, and it's very difficult to fight uphill against the enemy, and they know it. My men has to climb the hill, and so they have the advantage. While my army is assembling there, let's look what they have here. They have the usual skirmishers up in front to pepper my troops with javelins. And then there's Perikoi Hoplite, basic hoplite units over here. They have some Spartan Targetile Legionary. These are basically a legionary, how should I call them, mimics. They try to make same kind of troops as the legions were at some point, especially I believe the Eastern cultures, Eastern Greek cultures were more into that. I'm not sure how realistic it is that Greek would have them, but there they are. Nevertheless, there's some phalanx over here. If I was fighting with these factions, I would have used a lot more phalanx on this army. A lot more. They would be my basic units. And here's the elite Spartans, not quite like you can see on 300, but then again, this is about 300 years later than the actual Battle of Thermopylae. I'm not sure if I said it correctly. So Spartans have changed a little bit. They're not quite like in 300. I'm not sure if they ever were like in the Frank Miller's movie. But it's great entertainment, and that's how you should think about it, nevertheless. Okay, so here my plan is starting to reform. I have placed my Hastati units, which are my weakest infantry units, in the middle, and my Velites, the spear throwing units, are supporting them to make it a little bit stronger. I have Principers, my basic heavy infantry units over here on this side, and over there on the other side too. Then I have these Triarii and 2 Triarii units and 1 Principe units here as a reserve. Now I think I can't rush into that uphill, so I'm going to make a flanking unit over here with these 3 Principe units and this cavalry units, and also I'm going to use this cavalry unit to flank from this side. So the basic idea of this battle is to tie the enemy into the battle with these units over here, general supporting them, and this cavalry, both cavalry units, and these principal units are going to flank the enemy front and make it break so that I can roll up the whole army like this, downhill from there. But the whole plan hinges on these Hastati units to hold over here on this uphill battle. I know that these Principes and Triaries are going to hold over here. What I'm doing, I'm going to put my trio units and Principal units here to fill this cap over here, and one of my trio units into the flank here to secure the flank. Triaries are the Roman elites. They are the best of the best of the best. If I was a Roman emperor having a republic army, I would have used Triaries as my bodyguards. They are the veterans. They have experience of many battles, and they are very, 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 very good. So that's why I'm using them to secure my flanks. Because you don't want to break on the flanks. It's bad enough to break in the middle, but on the flanks you're dead. So that's why I'm doing that. So let's follow this unit and see how the battle develops. They are already peppering my Hastatis over there with spears, so I'm ordering them to advance right now there. This is the principal units filling the cap with the triary units over there on the right side. And we're moving through the velites right now. The velites are going to start to move also very soon. Some rocks coming in. And Hastatis are on the battle. As you can see, it's a pretty deep hill to climb if you imagine yourself climbing up this hill. Not a very nice thing to do. Triaries are in the contact right now. And we are moving into the flank of the Spartan elites. Throwing their pilums, and this is the part where Roman soldiers make very good fighting. Okay, I seem to have ordered these principes to aid the triaries to make sure that the flanks are secure. Those guys are already running there, some elites. And as you can see here, my principes have flanked the enemy completely. I'm going to order these guys soon to attack over there on the back of these hoplites. And on the other flank the sensor is holding, barely. There's a really bad situation over here, but on the other flank I've already broken the enemy's resistance. There's a cavalry unit coming in to attack on the back of the infantry over there. Gonna soon draw them away from the battle. They're already having trouble staying in the battle. There's a full battle over here. These guys are now attacking. The enemy infantry is already running in front of these guys. So, as I planned, the whole enemy army is breaking from the flanks.
Your riders, advance! Riders, at the double! Fire on the enemy!
This is the problem with the... the mod is making the battles last longer because of the hit points of the soldiers being larger, I believe, if I don't remember incorrectly. And so the minus side is that these battles, as you can see, they are not that battle-like. They are pretty calm. People just standing there doing nothing actually. But the good side of this is that from further, when you look the battles from further, they look more, bit more realistic in my opinion. What the hell is happening here? These guys have finally broken and are running. I'm not sure what's happening here. I think that the recording might have been broken, because this is not what happened in the real battle. I chased the enemy, completely broken enemy army down and killed everyone. Yes, the enemy general's unit being slowly killed. Now they have broken. That will mean the end of the whole army.
Head forward! Look forward!
Yeah, basically, once I ordered the general to run after the troops like that, they were already running, so the recording has been broken. It's not showing what happened in real life. But still, you could see that the army was broken completely, and that's what happened in reality. They were not stopping and turning, they were running their asses off. That's it. We'll see maybe on the next battle if the recordings stay somewhat watchable. Hope you enjoyed.